Greetings and welcome to another edition of KSOL Black Talk Radio, the new black media. Family, this video is about white nationalists who storm a Washington, D.C. bookstore reading. And they are yelling and chanting out, "This land is our land." They remind me of that elementary song we used to sing back in school. This land is your land, this land is our land. And here they are trying to, disrupt reading at a bookstore just to tell folks that. Let's see how that goes. Anyways, a small group of white nationalists, read racists, stormed a bookstore in Washington, D.C. to protest an event for a book on racial politics and how it's impacting lower and middle class white Americans. The group stormed the Politics and Prose bookstore on Saturday afternoon, interrupting a scheduled talk by Jonathan Metzl, a professor of sociology and psychiatry at Vanderbilt University, who released his book called Dying of Whiteness: How the Politics of Racial Resentment is Killing America's Heartland this spring. Okay, so I'm sorry. So the book, though, is called Dying of Whiteness: How the Politics of Racial Resentment is Killing America's Heartland. Anyway, videos filmed by those in attendance showed the group standing in a line, as you can see in this picture here, before the audience chanting, "This land is our land." At least one man was yelling white nationalist propaganda into a megaphone while people in the bookstore booed him. Now, I've seen this video. I'm going to leave a link to it. You'll be able to listen to it yourself. Basically, these little degenerates, these little cavelings, that's exactly what they are. That's all they did, was they just walked through the bookstore chanting, "This land is our land." Trying to prove what? I don't know. They just look like some hoodlums, and everybody in the bookstore is trying to figure out what the hell was that about. You'll even hear the professor at the very end asking the people if they can just dissect what just happened after these little criminals left the bookstore. But anyways, I digress. The man identified the group as, quote, identitarians, unquote, a far-right white nationalist group. You know, they always coming up with all kinds of these stupid labels and names. These people can't get it together to save their frickin' pathetic souls. These white racists can't get it together to save their pathetic souls. Oh, that's right, they don't have a soul. What was I thinking? So the man identified the group as identitarians, a far-right white nationalist group, which is linked to Identity Europa, which the Southern Poverty Law Center lists as an extremist group. That's right, they're a white racist extremist group. And these hoodlums went into a place that's usually a peaceful, quiet, serene place where people actually learn and try to educate themselves. These little degenerate cavelings thought it was cool to go and, well, disrupt the reading. So I'll leave a link to this article and you'll be able to see some of the tweets where people actually took camera footage of exactly what happened so you can actually hear it for yourself. I'm not going to play it on here because, well, we know how YouTube is when it comes to black content creators. They play us differently than they do some of the other people who put content out. So I'm not going to play that game with them. But nonetheless, Catherine Wigington, who tweeted a video of the brief chaos, said she was impressed with how Metzl handled the interruption. And here's where he says, quote, "Does anyone want to process that before I get back to what I was saying?" she tweeted, recalling his reaction after the white racist nationalist left. Metzl who is also the director for Vanderbilt Center for Medicine, Health, and Society, was speaking at the bookstore for an Independent Bookstore Day event. The bookstore protest happened on the same day a 19-year-old white supremacist opened fire on a synagogue in Poway, California, before a Passover celebration, killing one woman and injuring 3 others, including one young girl. You see, you white racists are responsible for so much death and destruction and so much turmoil, sadness, and just making things worse for America. You're not making America great at all. So before the attack, the shooter posted an 8-page manifesto online boasting about his, quote, European ancestry and expressing his hatred of Jewish people. You know, Europeans, you guys are so insignificant that you're trying your damnedest to make people acknowledge you. You're going out of your way. You're so obsessed with attention. You're like children. Bratty, spoiled ass freaking children. You white racists, and you're causing all of this shit across our nation. Every day is something new with you people. Yeah, I'm gonna say it that way, with you people. But anyways, the bookstore protest ended without injury or damage. Professor Metzel: I thought you might want to see the image I took with my cell phone at this afternoon's event at Politics and Prose. Good luck on future events. May they be quiet and contemplative. And that's what someone tweeted to the instructor that day. Metzel, the instructor, told the news reporters that before the protest broke out, he was speaking to a man who had helped Metzel's father and grandfather flee Nazi Austria. Quote, not 5 minutes before, I had acknowledged him and said, this is how great America can be when it is bold and generous, Metzel recalled to NBC. He told the Post that the incident was very symbolic for me. Quote, in case anybody's wondering what's happening right now, they're illustrating my point, he said. Anyways, again, these white racist extremists all across our country keep doing these lame ass, sorry ass, foul ass, just ignorant behavior. And we have a sitting president who says that they're fine people on both sides. Get out of here. Anyways, KSOL Black Talk Radio, you heard it here. Don't forget to like and share. We'll see you in the next video. Peace. They're absolutely not doing nothing but wasting people's time, and they look stupid. And these are your co-workers, your friends, your boyfriends for you bedwenches. I'm out. And one last note. On the far right corner of this video, is that the head and hair of a black person I see? I just hope it isn't. But it looks like it could be a black person. I'm not for sure if it's a male or female. I just hope that's not the case. And sure enough, they're sitting next to a white person. But please tell me that's not. And if it is, it's the only one in there. Just dumb. Some black folks, you guys just kill me with your stupidity and ignorance. You belong with some of these folks. You belong with them. Some of you really do. I'm out.